Hi there, my name is Veena Prashant. I'm the creator of Smart Quiz Builder, the most powerful and customizable quiz and survey plugin for WordPress. Today, I'm excited to let you know that we have released yet another amazing feature in Smart Quiz Builder, a very unique feature that will allow you to display different types of charts on your final outcome screen. A couple of weeks ago, we released a feature where you could display cumulated results on the final outcome screen, where you could show your users, your participants, how many total users took the quiz and how many got what outcome. You could display that level of breakdown on the final outcome screen in the form of a chart. Now we have taken it a step further, where say that you have a scoring quiz with different categories. You have assigned questions to different categories. And when users complete the quiz, you want to display their score in each one of these categories in the form of a chart. Now you can do this using Smart Quiz Builder. You can display a spider chart, you can display a bar chart, you can display both if you want, where you can show them category level scores in the form of a chart. And it's so easy to configure this. Similarly, if you have a personality quiz with different outcomes and you want to display the outcome ranks in the form of a chart on the final outcome screen to the participants to show them how they did and what their score was under each outcome, you can do that too. You can configure SQB to display outcome level breakdown in the form of a chart, in the form of a bar chart or a spider chart, or both if you want, on the final outcome screen to your participants. They finish the quiz, they land on the outcome screen where they can see the result and what they scored under each category or under each outcome as a bar chart or a spider chart. Now let me take you behind the scenes to show you how you can set this up. Really simple steps. All you have to do is enable the charts in the backend and configure the options you want to use, and that's it. All right, so let me take you behind the scenes and show you how you can set this up. Just a quick reminder before I start, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. This way you'll be the first to know when I publish new videos like this. All right, so now let me take you behind the scenes to show you how you can set this up. This is the backend of Smart Quiz Builder Manage Quizzes page. I'm going to show you how you can enable charts for a scoring quiz and also how you can do this for a personality quiz. So you can see here I have a scoring quiz with categories right here, scoring quiz, and I have a personality quiz. Let's start with the scoring quiz. I'm going to edit and show you my settings. Basic settings, give your quiz a name, description. This is a scoring quiz. Display settings, just the regular stuff. But here, if you go down, you can see it says category level calculation. So this is enabled because I want to display the final score in each category to the participants so they can see how they did under each category. And also the final outcome screen is based on the highest category total. So you can map different categories to different outcomes in SQB, and you can get SQB to redirect them to the outcome screen with the highest category. So all of that, this is not new. This is something we already had. But here you can see it says display outcome based on category total, category with the highest totals. And you can do the mapping in the outcome screen. I'll show you when we are in the outcome screen how you can map it, but this is not new. This is something we already had. Now display charts on the final outcome screen. You can see this is enabled. By default, this will be off. And if you want to display charts, then you need to enable this. Now we had this option before. I want to display cumulated total scores. This is a new option. I want to display category level scores. So I will go over this in a little bit, but let's talk about this. I want to display cumulated total scores. So say that you have a scoring quiz and say that 50 people have taken the quiz so far. And when a participant completes the quiz on the final outcome screen, you want to let them know how many people have taken the quiz so far. 10 people scored between 0 to 10 and 20 people scored between 10 to 20 and 30 people scored from say 30 to 50, whatever the case may be. Depending on how they scored in this quiz, you want to display cumulative total score. You can do this using charts, and this is the option that you'll have to enable for that. If you want to display overall results, then use this option. But if you want to let the participant know how they scored under each category, because this is a category level quiz where each question is assigned to a different category, and SQB tracks how they have scored under each category. And on the final outcome screen, you want to show them, for example, under math, you scored this much. Under English, you scored this much. Under science, you scored this much. If you want to show them their category level scores in the form of a chart, you can now do this using this option. This is a new option. You'll have to enable this. And after you enable this, you can see there are three options: display bar chart, display spider chart, and display detailed results. So bar chart will allow you to display the category totals in the form of a bar chart. And spider chart will allow you to display category totals in the form of a spider chart. You can display both on the final outcome screen. Now there is another option, display detailed results. What this means is, say that to your quiz takers, you want to display their answer selection for different questions you have in the quiz and a summary of what answers they picked. and also a spider chart and a bar chart to show them how they scored under each outcome. You can do this. You can check the box to display detailed results, and SQB will display a detailed question answer breakdown so they can see a summary of their answer selection for each one of your questions and also how they scored under each one of those outcomes. So here you can customize different chart options on the final outcome screen. So initially just set up the quiz using default options, and then you can always come back here and update the settings. You can customize the style, the color, and the font and all of that. So if you want to display a message about all of these charts to say, here's how you scored under each category, then you can customize the message here. Do you want to display correct answers? Yes, this is a scoring quiz with correct and incorrect answers. This is a language test. I have 3 different categories, math, English, and science, and I want to display how they did under each, and SQB will track if they answered it correctly or not. But you can create a scoring quiz without correct or incorrect answers. If there are no correct and incorrect answers, you just want to assign points based on answer choice, you can set this to no. All right. So even though it's a scoring quiz, you don't have to have correct and incorrect answers. You can turn this off. That's it. Everything else is standard stuff. I have selected template number 1. Now let's go to the start screen. This is the quiz start screen. If you want to use a button instead of a screen, you can switch to a button format. And questions. I have 6 questions in this quiz, and I have added my categories in the settings page. So if you go to SQB settings page, under advanced quiz settings, under quiz category, you can add as many quiz categories as you want. You can see I have 3 categories here, and I have assigned question 1 and 2 to math. I have assigned question 3 and 4 to English, and question 5 and 6 to science. And because this is a scoring quiz with correct and incorrect answers, I have checked the box next to the correct answer, and I also have text, correct and incorrect answer text here. If there are no correct and incorrect answers, then in the display settings, make sure you turn off correct and incorrect answer display. And I've assigned points to the correct answer. You can also assign points to incorrect answers if you want. In my case, I have not, which means it's 0 points. And now let's go to the lead generation screen, just regular stuff. Users have to enter their name and email, and then they will be sent to the final outcome screen. And you can turn off lead generation if you don't want to require them to opt in to see results. You can turn that off in display settings. But in my case, I have this form and outcome screen. I have 3 different outcomes, 1 for math, 1 for English, and 1 for science. So this is category-based quiz. I want to send them to an outcome screen based on the category under which they got the most points. So say that they scored the most points in math, then they're going to be sent to this screen. If they scored the most points in English, they'll be sent to this screen. And if they scored the most points in science, they'll be sent to this screen. But if they got equal points in all 3, SQB will just send them to the first outcome screen. And the outcome to category mapping, you can do that here. If you click on category mapping, you can see how I have mapped it here. Category math, I have mapped it to an outcome called math. It does not have to be the same name, but you just have to select the category. You select the outcome here. Say that you call it outcome 1. Just select it and map it. This way, when users get the highest in whatever category, say that they got the highest points in math, SQB will directly send them to the outcome that's mapped to it. And this is a scoring quiz with category, and you can use all of these merge tags on the final outcome screen if you want to display how they did, how they scored. All right. As far as charts, you can see chart level personalization tags are here. Chart heading, category, spider chart, bar chart, answer chart. Now you don't have to manually enter any of this. That's because we have already enabled it in the display settings. So SQB will automatically show it. But if you want to place the merge tags in a specific area of your outcome screen, you can do that. All you have to do is enable this. You still have to enable this. But as far as display, don't check any of these. All right. So this will allow SQB to still calculate the category level scores. It will not automatically show these, but you can enter these wherever you want SQB to show it. Say that you want to show it here, then you can just add it here. But you don't have to do this if you have checked these boxes. That's what I have done. I want SQB to automatically show it. I don't want to manually enter it. All right. So that's the default setting. And now I'm going to take you to the front end to show you how this works. Here I have created a page in WordPress. I have entered my shortcode here from SQB. Now let me show you how it looks. This is how it looks in the front end. I'm going to click on take this quiz button to take this quiz. 7 plus 5. I'm going to pick the correct answer. I'll pick the correct answer. Here, his eyes were. I'm going to select the correct answer. And here, company needs to decide. I'll pick incorrect answer. And here, how long does it take for Earth? Let's pick correct answer. And I'm just going to pick an incorrect answer here. I'm going to opt in. it has redirected me to the category under which I got the highest score. I scored 3 out of 3 in math, so it sent me there. I got 1 out of 2 in English and 1 out of 2 in science. So it did not send me to that outcome screen. It sent me to the outcome screen with the highest category total because that is my configuration. Now I'm also showing the correct, incorrect answers. So that's why it's showing it here. But if you go down below, you can see all the charts are here as well. In math, I got 3. English, I got 1. And science, I got 1 out of 3. All right. So this is a bar chart. This is a spider chart. Now this is question answer level breakdown where quiz takers can see what their answer selection was for each one of the questions that you have in your scoring quiz. So now let me show you how you can do this for a personality quiz. In a scoring quiz, you can display category level breakdown. In a personality quiz, you can show them outcome level charts. All right, so you can see this is my personality quiz. I'm going to edit. And in the display settings, if you go down here under charts, display charts, yes. And you want to display cumulated total score or you want to display outcome ranking. I'm going to display outcome ranks. And what do you want to show on the final outcome screen? I want to display all the 3. I'm going to select all 3. Customized, you can update the text to say whatever you want. Under the start screen, I'm using the start screen. Again, you can use the start button instead of a screen if you want. Outcome. Because this is a personality quiz, you need to define your outcomes first and then you can create your questions. I have 4 different outcomes here. And questions, I have 5 questions. And some of these questions, I have mapped it to the outcome. You can see here, question 1, connect to outcome. And based on the answers they pick here, I have connected each answer choice to the right outcome. And question number 2, you can see this is, again, mapped to outcome. I have mapped each answer choice to the right outcome, some of them to multiple outcomes. When users pick an answer choice in the front end, SQB will give a point to the right outcome based on the answer selection. So if they pick this answer, for example, free lead magnet course outcome will get a point. If they pick this answer, then both free lead magnet course and introductory course will get a point. At the end, whichever outcome has the most points, SQB will redirect users to that outcome screen. All right. If you want to use a weighted personality quiz, you can do that too here. You can do weighted score. You can enable this. I have not enabled it, but if you want to do that, then you can give points. Even though it's not a scoring quiz, even if it's a personality quiz, if you want to give points to each answer choice, you can still do this, all right? And the final charts that's displayed is based on points that users get. Now I'm going to publish the shortcode on a WordPress page and I'll show you how the charts look. This is the quiz, I just published it. Let's go ahead and take the quiz. Now let's just pick some random answers here. This is the message that we customized in the backend, and these are the charts. And this is a question answer level breakdown. So this is how it works, and you can see how easy it is to enable charts and have and display different types of charts on the final outcome screen. I hope this was helpful. My name is Veena Prashant. Thank you so much for making the time to watch this video. If you like my videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button. This way you'll be the first to know when I publish new videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.